Alright, chat. I have done the unspeakable. I have gone on the internet and downloaded a Magic the Gathering deck to play here for all of y'all. We've got some 9 lives Solemnity combo here. So 9 lives says you don't take damage, but every time you do, this gets a counter, and then eventually this goes away and you die. We pair this with Solemnity, so that way it can't get counters with this, so that's great. We've got things like Harvest Hand and Enchantress Presence to draw a bunch of cards, and then we've got Destiny Spinner here as our primary win condition for pumping out large elemental creature tokens. Let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how it goes. It's been a while since I've played this archetype. They're announcing the format at 10 a.m. PT during the state of the game per the PlayMTG Twitter. Okay, sweet. Thanks, B-Money. So that's in about a little over an hour from now. So we'll play Historic for a while, and then we can take a peek at that. Oh, look, chat. Augur of Bolas rearranged the bottom 5 cards of their deck. I, for one, am shocked that that happened. I think Crossroads is kind of mediocre in this format. I mean, having tapped lands is not great, and you don't need the extra dual lands for fixing. 20 Messiah. So we're gonna go Presence and then Naturalist. So Naturalist draws us a card. Ooh, chat, they get to Kiki Jiki Augur of Bolas now. They can have something like a Cleansing Nova or a Farewell. Or maybe a counterspell of some sort here. He says before drawing Destiny Spinner. Ooh, excuse me. All right, chat. Turns out they don't have any farewells or whatever. So, I know they just conceded to it there, but is it crazy to cut this combo in the control matchup? Yeah, I almost feel like you're supposed to cut it against the control decks, right? You want to cut it every time? Well, we're bringing like histories and weavers, right? Navier, thank you for the over 4 years. Welcome back. Appreciate it. What's going on, Ivo? Thanks for the almost 3 years. Welcome back. Tapped, untapped on 2, untapped on 3. They're also like not purely a control deck. They've got Jeskai stuff. Oh, this card missing never gets old. Never gets old, chat. Well, chat, we gotta be in the top 250 players now, not top 1,200. Gosh, so I'm glad you could qualify through events now, because the ladder stress of trying to be top 250 sounds atrocious. This makes 4 mana currently. I kind of want to hold up Heroic Intervention. Okay, so... let's send Kiki to the spirit realm here. Ooh, their augur drew a card, shit. You may kill a redundant Destiny Spinner. Six. Want to do this before history gets going. Can we try and stop this? Hey, thanks for 3 years of Prime Scamos. Welcome back. Hope your Thursday's going well. Welcome back, Rabner. Thanks for hanging out for almost 5 years. Appreciate it. Restoration Angel, my Augur of Bolas. Bestill my heart, chat. They have lethal with attack all, maybe? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't count. I expect these event changes, Corel, to make Arena significantly more profitable. A lot of people are going to spew a lot of money chasing 5-0s. The fact that you have to 80% to break even is no joke. Arena has a hex translation error. I see a number sign where there should be a percentage. Something like that. The big thing I'm going to be interested to see is, especially with another format being announced, is I'm curious to see what these announcements do for queue times on Magic Arena. Because, like, the Alchemy Best of 3 ladder, for example, is already quite slow. The payout seems bad for these events. Always is .meme.
Finally, I'm home.
Oh, I wonder if they thought they could exile this. They definitely couldn't because of the old Sterling Grove. Man, chat, this deck is really like peak Magic the Gathering. Just like, oh, you thought you were gonna interact with me? Nah, brah, calm down.
Still have much to learn.
I don't know if the 9 lives combo in this deck is good, but the actual just like beat you down plan is pretty good. Oh shit. Pain. 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 Chat, it has Shroud. I can't target it with Touch the Spirit Realm. Oh no. Oh no. What a boomer mechanic, chat. Chat, normally this is the part where I ask who hurt my opponent, but the only reason you play this card is because you've been hurt by our deck. Our deck. Our deck is the answer to the question. We hurt them. Alright, I'm gonna lose to a Cyber Siphoner or what's it called here? I just need to draw some cards. Multiple copies of Farewell. I believe we've been stream sniped, chat. Not to say that they're ghosting, but to say that they queued up because they knew we were coming. It's pretty, nothing really highlights a non-rotate, well, that's the thing, Jack. Farewell isn't historic playable, but there's really nothing more adorable than a non-rotating format than like queuing up with your off-meta deck and then running into someone in the 88% with a card that explicitly hoses your deck while being bad against the format. Because we're probably like 5% to win this matchup. They clearly want it more than we do. And that's how Magic's non-rotating formats work. If someone really wants to beat your deck, they have cards in the format for them to beat your deck, and there's just nothing you can do about it. You just have to take your licks. We'll give it the old college try here, but you have to accept that we're not making changes to my deck to beat the person that decided to play a bunch of Farewells. You're just not. You just like accept that if they want to beat you, they're gonna beat you, and you move along. Is this deck popular in Best of 1? It basically doesn't exist in Best of 3. I'm looking now. No, this deck also doesn't appear to exist in Best of 1, and it is completely non-existent in Best of 3 also. My summary is correct.
You are a mighty warrior. I can see.
Alright, chat. Just so we're clear on the rules here. If you want to make a statement that should be data-driven, like X card is commonly, I think X card is commonly played in sideboards, don't just spew that opinion into my chat. Cite a source. Say, Jeff, here's the last historic tournament that was played, and here's the number of those cards that were played. It's actually very common. Source, they were beaten by it once. Yeah, exactly. It's very commonly played. I lost to it one time.
hardly my worst defeat.
Do we say farewell to farewell, chat? I have to discard 2 cards. Unlucky. Hey, thanks for the prime minimal effort. Really appreciate the support. Thanks for keeping me around. Gideon intervened and we won the game, chat. Chat, and I know that my Twitch chat is filled with financial experts, so I know that I'm about to get a lot of good, detailed answers to the question I'm about to ask. So, one of my buddies has been looking for a house, which obviously it's a terrible time for that, because things are selling quickly. But apparently interest rates on home mortgages are up to as much as 5.25% right now. What does that mean? Why are rates suddenly over double what they were at the start of the year? What does that typically mean, historically speaking? I was offered 5,625 on a refinance. Yeah. Raising rates tries to push down inflation. Can someone explain that like it's 5? How does raising rates attack inflation? Oh, raising rates shields the bank against inflation. Okay. All right, I'm gonna lead on history here because this is the I want this one to resolve. Gauntlet, thank you for the 13 months. Welcome back. Huh? If I sacrifice this... Now this is fine. We just get a Paladin class, right? Oh, wait. Is this only creature? Oh, it's only creature. Yikes. They shocked in and then didn't do anything. Weird. They probably forgot about Paladin Class. Yeah, that makes sense. Why is there even a resolve all button, chat, if it doesn't do anything? So I was told they have to have it. That's an aggressive Dovin's veto.
I hope you're ready to lose. We've got the edge in this fight.
Yeah, I knew that the rates in 2020 were exceptionally low. I was aware of that. Yeah, the opponent's deck definitely feels like I said, and that's just how these formats work, chat. If someone is really salty about losing to your particular deck, they are able to just decide to hose that deck in its entirety. I don't know how they ever beat most other things. I think we're done at this point. All right, how many ranks do we lose for losing to 88%? Only 70? It's less than I was expecting, honestly. The Fed raising rates puts us into a recession. As someone who was only 16 the last time we had one of those, 17 in '08. What is that? What does that turn into? When someone says there's a like, what actually happens? Chad, I'm a baby. I was born in the 90s. I know I have the hairline of an angry old man, but I just play one on TV. Oh my god, are we playing against an Ugin deck? Oh my god, chat. Alright, I'm actually just gonna concede game one here because just like, I can't remember the last time I had a Farewell or an Ugin cast against me in this format. This is just like absolute peak non-rotating magic. I can't wait for Jeff to get Blood Moon somehow. Yeah, maybe Cleansing Nova's. Well, Cleansing Nova destroys my enchantments too, right? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that shit. Turn 4, Ugin me, daddy. Put me out of my misery. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Don't play with my emotions. Slam the Planeswalker. So you're saying there's a chance. I was wrong, chat. There was never a chance.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous arm.
I guess I could have doubled that. It doesn't really do anything though, right? Okay, so... you can double the double strike. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Not after playing this though. But we can still give double strike and attack, right? Trade these. To the mods asking why I banned the person who's one, never typed in my chat before and literally just clicked the follow button to come in here and say GG's after they played a deck explicitly designed to hose ours and then won. Like, that's so cringe. Like, it's one thing if you're like a channel regular who like hangs out here who's excited to play, but if you're someone that's like not a regular part of the content and you come in here to gloat over winning after playing a deck that hoses us, like, just don't. Just don't. I mean, I have no idea if they were sniping or not. Yeah, that was the 4X farewell main deck person came in here to let me know and say good game. Like, yeah, you got me. Oh my god, they have Shroud and I can't give them double strike. actually, that attack was no, wait, they can crew the boat, right? No, I don't know. I don't really want to play against you again. The Shroud tripping me up on the Paladin Class. And for what it's worth, chat, there was a Morrow article at one point that talked about they stopped doing Shroud and moved to Hexproof because players always assumed Shroud worked like Hexproof. Yeah, this is precisely why Shroud isn't a keyword anymore. Because it's not just me who's an idiot, it's most people that play Magic were idiots and did constantly what I have been doing today. It's a good place for meta stats. Untapped.gg. There was I forget who it was, there was a Pro Tour mainstay that he was quoted saying there's no such thing as good magic, there's just less bad magic. And definitely big feels on that one.
Toast your marshmallows. S'mores, anyone?
All right, let's get this enchantment train rolling, chap.
This'll be easy.
Yeah, remember when they discarded a bunch of cards from our hand, chat? Chugga chugga choo choo. So I know that we got hosed in a couple of those first couple matches we played with this deck, chat. But that was a good example of, like, kind of the power level of this deck. This deck is just incredibly polarizing all around. Your matchups that you are winning also tend to be pretty polarizing also. If you're interested in playing a Magic deck that's going to play close, interesting games of Magic, this ain't it. This is not the one that you want. Whatever one of these we play first. Maybe I should lead on this, just this is likely to die. I'm gonna hold on to this for a turn, because if we draw a white source, we can go hand into this, draw a card immediately, which would be nice.
Out of my way. I have a way to stop. My ways are not. Can I help you? Dire times call for dire tactics.
Let's just set this here. Want to keep as much card advantage as possible in play. It could have been right to fire up the Lair and try and KO Sorin here, but...
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
What? My hair is on fire? I know. Ugh. Don't you hate that burnt hair smell?
Oops. Maybe they just can't beat 9 lives Solemnity. There's a real chance that that's the case, right?
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
Start leveling this up. Could be useful down the line.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Maybe they have Bone Crusher Giant? Oh, they do have some Feed the Swarms. They actually don't have that many graveyard things. I wonder if Rest in Peace is actually good. Is it crazy to just be like a History of Benalia deck? Paladin Class doesn't seem particularly useful. I kind of want to put my histories in and try and beat them down. They had like exactly Croxa, but like Divine Purge covers Croxa. I think I'm gonna bring in the extra Purge in the histories. McKnox, 6 for the 35 months. So we have 2/2 here. Nice. That is a... For those of you taking notes at home, you maybe want to play this deck in the future. You'll note that we skillfully left the Enchantress presence on top of our deck to dodge the Inquisition. No attacks here, so we can threaten a double block on the Arcanist if they want to cast this Inquisition. Which they do, obviously. Give our removal spell. Three-ish block. They could technically have Unholy Heat to punish. Fortunately, they get to flash back the Fatal Push now and kill my Destiny Spinner. We're not in too terrible a spot. We run some enchantments off the top here. We could snowball that a little bit. It's a heck of a one to get snowballing with, too. Not the 2-mana enchantment I wanted for Christmas, but I don't have a discard spell here. It's good next turn. Sounds about right. This might be a cast Divine Purge, so we can recast our 2-drop single to draw more cards. So long, friends. Man, that second rude. See, chat, all polarization all the way down. Quite the cordial vampire. We'll lead on Sanctum here to start. Oh, chat, this triggers when a creature dies. Well, gosh. It would be a damn shame if something were to happen to this board and creatures could no longer die. I'm holding on to the 9 lives because I would like to be able to have an enchantment in the bank if we draw a card that lets us draw cards when we cast enchantments. Do you see that long pause there while they were trying to figure out why their cordial vampires weren't working, chat? Drawing our combo pieces is struggling. I agree. Like I said, chat, all polarization all the way down. That's the good stuff right there. I like the way you do that right there. Gonna board in the 3rd rest in peace, but I bring in the 2nd for the vampire. All right, chat, 13 minutes until we're supposed to get the new format announcement. Maybe we'll have a 4th Magic the Gathering format we make content for on this channel soon. That would be so much variety, chat. Maybe we'll have to go back to playing more than 2 Magic decks per day to fit all that in. Maybe, we'll see. All right, we are going to do 3 today. Rest in Peace has been ruining people's day for a decade now. Big true. Big true. So the live stream where they're answering extra questions is in 4.5 hours or 5 hours or so. But we're supposed to get an article in 12 minutes here, it was said. Monkey's Paw, there's always 2 of the 4 formats that are bad going forward. Yeah, but that's like kind of the great thing, right? Like, if that ends up being the case, there's still plenty to play, right? That's why having more play options is great. It means if you're someone who wants to turn on Arena and play, you have more chances that there's something enjoyable at any given point. You want to ditch the cleansing, Nova? Maybe. Depends on how good the formats are. Who knocks? Well, that's heckin' rude. This has Shrouds. I thought we were gonna get to untap with it. They wanted to go and massacre our nymphs. Darn witches. I guys want to get Solemnity into play. There's a good chance they just can't interface with my combo. Just like peel 9 lives here and make them concede. Oh, we just Sterling Grove here, right? And get 9 lives when we need it. I should wait though, I think, because if they like have Feed the Swarm, I want protection. Yeah. I think I'd chill. I'm not in danger of dying out of nowhere, I don't think. Famous last words of a man about to die to Grey Merchant. Okay, now we'll sacrifice one of these two to get 9 lives. Untapped works for me now. Either I'm stupid or crazy. Either one deserves a timeout. Well, just FYI, when you get timed out, Twitch extensions stop working. So that's probably what happened. you were timed out, so the extension wasn't working. Yeah, it's a really weird feature. Oh, that's a white land. Do they have like cleansing novas and stuff in their sideboard? They haven't just conceded, so let's see if they have some counterplay. Nah, I stopped making thumbnails for my Magic YouTube channel, Duck Doolittle. The YouTube algorithm hates how I upload content there, and no amount of spending time on thumbnails and other stuff will change that. They were just checking for an arena bug, chat. They were just checking for an arena bug. I can respect that. Carrion Crow, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Waiting. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's actually a good question. What are queue times gonna look like for ladder and events is gonna be a real thing, especially in formats like Alchemy that have have pretty medium queue times already. I definitely have some concerns there. I'm interested to see how it plays out in practice. Is this card a staple in this format now? It's like the second time. This is the second person that's fragmented reality to us today.
Past, present, and future. Put thoughtfulness before action.
Our sets a beating. How long could queue times be without being annoying? I think you need to pair in less than 2 minutes. Ideally less than 60 seconds. I think 2 minutes is tolerable though. So follow Grant, welcome to the channel this afternoon. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We had a few new follows. If you're new to my content, welcome. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. We play a bunch of Magic. We also play a lot of other games as well. We just finished up the second Tomb Raider series in the mornings, and we play a lot of Pokemon Unite is a Pokemon MOBA we're gonna play at the end of the stream today, usually end on a couple hours of that. If you're mostly into Magic, we play all constructed here. Currently standard, alchemy, and historic like we're playing now. Usually I play 2 or 3 decks every single day. Hopefully we're gonna be getting news on a new format to poke at soon as well. If you're into that sort of thing and you want to check out more after the fact, I also have a YouTube channel where all of the decks that I stream get archived. Now I know looking at a hand like this and keeping a one-lander doesn't seem particularly exciting. However, I think this hand drawing lands is more likely than us winning on 5 cards. So I decided to keep this hand for a chance to try to draw some lands. You've waited 10 minutes on Moto before. Yeah, and I would describe that as unacceptable. I mean, in theory, there's an extreme like that, Gandalf, but I think that's pretty unlikely. Let's get Destiny Spinner down here, see if History's gonna resolve next turn. Yikes. No, it's top 250 now. So it is significantly harder to qualify via the ladder. No, Historic hasn't really meaningfully changed since Jumpstart Historic Horizons, like the last time there was a meaningful change to Historic. There's like a handful of new cards seeing play, like you see like some Divine Purges and like March of the Otherworldly pop up in some decks, but for the most part it's more of the same compared to last year. No, that's coming later today, Buckgrant. So they're going to be announcing what's likely going to be a Pioneer adjacent format on Magic Arena. Is the expectation. Alright, so we're getting swept, and then I can concede.
My prowess is unmatched by my peers.
You just went into the announcement of the announcement, and the mention of it is gone. Oh, really? Well, that doesn't seem to bode well. Is the state of the game up? So much of the state of the game was supposed to be up at noon central. It doesn't look like it's up yet. All right, I'm gonna put another quarter in the slot machine here to play another historic match while I wait. Gold Gone Wild, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Is it 10 a.m. PT in an hour? No, it's right now. Pacific is 2 hours behind Central. All right, and naturally I just queued for another one. So they gave us what we expected. We'll talk about what that means and look at the details here in a second, but I'm gonna play this full match. I would appreciate it if folks would keep the specific details of things out of the chat while we play, so I can read through them together for people that want to wait for me to read it. Obviously, the posting the link itself is fine. We're gonna wrap up this historic session. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll play some standard. Our opponent appears to be hungry for some tasty food, Chef. Cat drains kill us through 9 lives, right? It only stops damage. We have Rest in Peace in the sideboard for the cats as well. Authority of the Consuls also keeps us alive against cat, right? Because every time it bounces in, it would gain us a life. Is Cat Oven a thing in Pioneer? I believe it is, right? Can someone confirm? The sack deck sees play in Pioneer? It's usually Rakdos. Yeah, because Luris is banned in Pioneer. So you can play more expensive cards. It's one of the top decks. Yep. It plays a bit different than this though, since what's it called isn't? Luris isn't legal. Alright, well, Sanctum Weaver is gonna let us pippity pop off next turn. And we've got Sterling Grove, so they can't currently target any of our stuff. Well, I mean, I guess Jund Sack is the same in Pioneer as it is in Historic. Well, that just goes to show how little you've been following Historic, because the Sack deck in Historic isn't Jund Sack anymore. It's green-black Sack, and it's a Luris deck, and Luris isn't legal in Pioneer, so, like, has to be different, right? The Pioneer deck's more like the old Standard deck. Yeah, that makes sense. Welcome back, Panda. This is infinite mana, right? Oh no! It has Shroud! Why does it have Shroud? Alright, hold on. Oh no, shit! I made the wrong color of mana. It's fine. It's fine. Easy peasy. Easy game, chat. Easy game. All right. Calculated, calm and collected. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Would we like Gideon to intervene in this match? Do I want Gideon's intervention or Divine Purge? Divine Purge actually seems kind of good. Clears out all their miscellaneous artifacts too. Upper level Paladin class. Yeah, we put it to 2 quite frequently. The 3rd chapter is a little bit awkward on Paladin class because if our things have shrouds, you can't target with them. I know we're gonna be doing the format reaction after this match. We had just loaded in when it went live. Wait, they're killing my Weaver? I'd have thought they'd want to kill the presidents. Deal. They just have another removal spell? They must, right? Canadian Bacon, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back. Luris means they get to repeatedly Outland Liberator me, huh? I wasn't thinking about that. Card's so good. I'm gonna go ahead and slide to game 3. And we're not 100% out of this game, but we're far enough behind that I would like to look at the Explorer announcement that I'm gonna pack it in. We held up the Eiganjo to kill Luris? I mean, there's no guarantee they attack with the Luris, right? Thanks for waiting for me to untap. Appreciate you, opponent. Deadly Dispute? Sure. Just make sure we leave this untapped constantly so we don't mess it up. Destiny Spinner is really good. Yeah, we have one Gauntlets to search up because it goes infinite with the Weaver. That game was basically decided by the fact that our opponent tried to play their Fatal Push at instant speed and we got to punish them for it. So this deck is fine. I talked about this during the set, but this deck basically doesn't play any close games of Magic. Almost every match you play is going to be pretty polarized in one direction or the other. And that's just by virtue of the fact that, like, this 9-life Solemnity, if they can interact with it, you lose the game on the spot. But the decks that it's good against that can't meaningfully interact with it, you just lock them out, you know? Even if they can interact with the Solemnity part, Sterling Grove gives that Shroud, and you can get double Grove up to, like, make your whole board untouchable, and then the Enchantress effects allow you to draw through your deck in a way that feels pretty good as well. So, that being said, if your opponent has narrow specific cards, like Cleansing Nova, like Farewell, they are just going to get you. Yeah, it feels like a lot of modern decks, super polarizing.